Begin with your political news this half hour. It's opening day at the legislature.
ABC4's chief political correspondent Glenn Mills is live up at the state capitol. Glenn, what do you got?
Yeah, you guys, here we are again, the beginning of the 45-day legislative session. Over the next 6 weeks or so, lawmakers will be considering a lot of bills, hundreds of them to be exact. One that is certain to get a lot of attention would be a virtual ban on abortion. We're bringing now in Gail Ruzicka. She is the president of the Utah Eagle Forum. Gail, great to have you on the show. Thanks so much for being here.
Happy to be here.
Here we go. It seems to come just like that, but let's really talk about this bill because it's one that's going to get attention. Last year, the state of Utah passed an 18-week ban on abortion. It's now caught up in the courts. What is this bill looking to do?
This bill just says that life begins at conception. And so, of course, the idea is to ban all abortions. There's exceptions, of course, but from conception. But of course, it's a trigger bill. So until the states have it, something happens and Roe versus Wade is overturned and they send it back to the states for the states to decide, then if it passes this year, it'll automatically become law when that happens.
That's one of the things I wanted to ask you because I already mentioned last year's bill. It immediately got caught up in the courts and the Attorney General agreed to pull back until that happens. So if this bill passes and the court was allowed to go through, then this bill, the new bill, would become law.
That's exactly right.
Okay. What would some of the exceptions be?
The usual ones that you see that has to do with the life of the mother, serious damage to her health, or rape and incest.
Why are we seeing this wave? Other states are starting to do the same thing. Do you believe now is the time that you can potentially start to chip away at the abortion law?
Yeah, well, there's changes in the courts, and we see these changes, and there's a potential for yet another new judge. And these new judges will look at this differently. So now's the time. We got where we are today because they had judges that supported abortion. Now we've got pro-life judges, and so when you get enough of those judges, you go back and revisit these things. So that's where we're headed, back to revisit.
Right, we're seeing cases all across the country caught up in the courts, so we'll see how these play out, and we'll be watching this one as well.
And that's why this is a trigger bill.
Okay, got you. Let's move on to another bill, transgender bill. It would require someone to wait until they're 18 years old to go through the process of transitioning.
Yes.
If a parent and a child comes to the conclusion they want to do that at 16, why should they not be able to?
Because they're changing their body. They're doing things to their body. For instance, the puberty blockers, they're doing puberty blockers at age 10, 11 because they have to get there before they start puberty. Why should we allow children to be experimented on, they're guinea pigs, and stop puberty? That means they'll be sterile. Sterilizing children should definitely be illegal, should be a crime. And so this is to say, when a child is an adult, they can make a decision as to whether or not they want to be sterilized, whether they want to have surgery, whether they, remove body parts, healthy body parts, by the way, or whether they want to have cross-gender, hormones. But it's wrong to do this to children. And little 12-year-old girls are having mastectomies, healthy body parts being cut off because they want to look like a boy. And if you leave them alone and you don't do anything to them, 97.8% of the boys change their mind and 88% of the girls change their mind. So why are we making children guinea pigs? And why would we ever do anything to sterilize a child? That sounds like something they did, back in the wars.
This is certainly something that'll be a big fight up here on the Hill, no doubt about that. The Equal Rights Amendment, another one you guys want to stop. The sticker you're wearing on your coat right there. Why do you want to stop the ERA?
Well, first of all, Utah already has their own ERA, and it's reasonable, and it protects women. And in the state of Utah, women. I mean, what don't women get to do in the state of Utah? Look at all the, out of 9 universities, we have 5 women presidents. We had Becky Lockhart, who was Speaker of the House. I mean, you can go down the list. The superintendent of school is a woman. If they pass the federal ERA, then it would supersede our own state. It takes away the state's rights. Why would any state lawmaker vote on anything that'll take away their state rights? Utah is in a great place. We're probably one of the best states in the nation, and we need to keep the laws that we have and deal with it here in our state. So if other states want to have ERAs, they should pass them in their states. But don't force it on us on a national level, and women lose their rights. It hurts women. It's a very bad thing for women.
All right, another one we'll be watching. You're also, we've run out of time, but I want to mention you guys are watching vaping closely. You want to make sure that vaping products are out of the hands of kids.
That's exactly right.
Okay. We will be watching that. I believe you have something coming up on Wednesday.
Press conference on Wednesday with all AG will be here, the governor will be here,
On
and
the
all
vaping issue.
on the vaping issue. Yes,
All
all
right.
coming together.
Okay, here we go. Day 1 of 45.
Okay.
We'll be seeing you quite a bit. Appreciate your time here this afternoon.
Thank you,
so
Glenn.
much.